Still working with 3.1, the bell problem for today is solved using a table. If you notice, they're already solved out for y for us, which makes it easy. All you have to do is make a table, have x, y1, and y2 as your columns, and then pick random x values to find where your x value and your two y values are the same. Once you do that, you should get your solution as 3.1. Again, this is a continuation of 3.1, and we're going to be talking more about our consistent and inconsistent systems. So we can have several different types and numbers of solutions for a linear system. All the problems we worked on yesterday, we had exactly one solution, meaning our graphs intersected exactly one point. Looking at our graph here, with this red point here is where they both intersect at one point. Remember, it's a coordinate pair, x and y. When they intersect at one point, that means we can classify it as consistent and independent. Next, we could have infinitely many solutions, means we have the exact same lines, same slope, same y-intercept, and same everything. Same line, same slope, same y-intercept. So when we solve them out for y, we get the same slope and same y-intercepts, and we'll classify them as consistent and dependent. Next, if you notice, our last one is no solution, meaning when we solve it out for y, we have the same slope. So we'll have parallel lines because they'll never intersect. And we'll have inconsistent because it has no solution. So, same thing as yesterday. We have to solve the system and figure out and classify it by our types of classification. Again, don't forget to solve them out for y. Graph your lines and we'll figure it out. So when we solve each of these equations out for y, we get y equals 4/3 x minus 8/3. And for the second equation, we get y equals 4/3 x minus 8/3. Now, notice how both of our slopes and y-intercepts are the same. We don't even have to graph this line because we already know it is the same line. That means we'll have infinitely many solutions and will be consistent and dependent. Moving on to the next one. Go ahead and solve this out for y and come back. Okay, so we have y equals negative 2x plus 4 and y equals negative 2x plus 1. Notice how we have the same slope with different y-intercepts. That means our lines are parallel, which means they will never intersect, so it will be no solution and inconsistent. Our next system, again, solve it out for y, come back, and we will talk about it. For the first equation, you should get y equals negative 2/3 x plus 1/3. And for the second equation, you should get y equals negative 4x minus 3. Go ahead and graph these lines. And once you graph them, you should notice they intersect at negative 1, 1, which is our solution. And we can classify them as consistent and independent. And here's the homework we'll be working on in class.